One more time for your host, everybody. Big round of applause. That was cool, man. But that was very cool. But you know what's cooler than hip hop? Science. No. Yeah. Yeah. I thought you guys were gonna say it for sure. But I'm gonna tell you guys about my favorite scientist. He changed the world forever. His name's Alfred Kinsey. You guys might not know about him. What happened was he graduated from like science school or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, what kind of scientist do you want to be?" And he's like, "I want to study fucking." And no one had thought of that before. And they're like, "Well, then you're not a scientist," which is crazy because, like I said, it was 1942, which is the same year we founded the Manhattan Project, which led to the development of the atomic bomb. So that means in 1942, when scientists were like, "Hey, we need to make a bomb that can kill hundreds of thousands of people, destroy an entire city," we're like, "Fuck yeah, we need that. That's important. Let's get all the best scientists in the world." And we're like, "Some of the best scientists are Nazis." And we're like, "That's okay. We'll forgive them because this is important." And at the same time, Alfred Kinsey is like, "What's the deal with labias?" And we're like, "Hey, pervert. There are moral and ethical boundaries which we do not cross. You're no scientist." I like Kinsey. Men didn't like him at first because he made sex more difficult for men. One of his first discoveries was women also like sex. We didn't know. Maybe we weren't asking. But I'm glad we know now women get to have orgasms. I hope they get to keep them coming. But goddamn, like what a time to be a man that must have been. You know, you weren't even a selfish lover. You were just ignorant. It finished up in 3 minutes. You're like, "Thanks, honey, for giving me the most amount of ecstasy I could possibly experience in a single moment. Now it's your turn. Why don't you go sew or something?" He also discovered that a clitoral orgasm could be just as good, if not better, than a vaginal orgasm, which is groundbreaking stuff. I mean, he must have asked like 3 or 4 women to figure that out. Okay. Do you guys not eat pussy or something? That's what that joke's about. It's cool. But he got to do that. So now, like, we can study sex and stuff. But I think it's now too many people can study sex. Like, you just need a journalism degree or something. Like, I saw a headline today. It said 5 oral sex tips to make your man scream. And in my head, I'm like, that's impossible. But I read it and I was wrong. It was 5 oral sex tips to make your man scream. Number 1, bite his cock off. Thank you guys so much. My name's Zack Stein. You were fantastic.